Oh,
hey, it's road trip day.
Yeah. Just woke up.
We're going to Bowie, Texas. Hey guys, it's the morning of the trip, and as you can tell, it's still dark 30, about 4:30. Anyway, today we're going to be going to Bowie, Texas. So, we're excited. We're going to go up there and stay a couple of nights and go to the trade days. I'm going to go out now to the RV. I like to go in and kind of plug it in. We had installed a 50 amp breaker, so I like to plug that in. That way the refrigerator can be getting cold and things can be getting as charged up as they can. Well guys, here's going to be our little home away from home for the next several days. Road trip. We're gassing up for the road trip. Loretta is excited.
I'm gassing up with gummy bears.
Oh, I want a gummy bear. Thank you. Any words on our trip?
No.
She wants me to stop videoing. Back the truck up. We've got it kind of under the jack, ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and load some stuff in the truck before I let all the jack stands down so I can lower it onto the rig. So what I do for the jack stands is, normally when you get the trailer they give you a little hand crank, but I got on my drill, grabbed an extension and got a bit that fits on that. So it puts the jack right up. Hey, the other thing I did for when I put these gates in, I put in double gates that you'll notice most of the time these gates are coming inside on our property. So what I do to make it easier, when I installed these, I installed them so they can go either way. So that way it's not another obstacle I have to pull around with the RV. So you'll see now I can just pull straight out of our driveway. So I'm talking about. So now when I pull out, that gate there is not in the way. The other one, it don't matter, it can be open inside, but I can fold them different directions. That way I can just pull straight out of the driveway with it without any trouble. So once again, we've put our drinks, our heavy stuff on the bottom, a little bit heavier stuff on the top shelf. These have little things that keep stuff from falling off. And then our breads, chips, and plates and stuff, things that are lighter up towards the top. I have went ahead and we have it plugged in right now at our house, but I went ahead and kind of loaded some water, some Cokes, condiments, things to be getting cold while the refrigerator's going. Alright, so we grabbed our broom and everything we threw up there. So we've got everything that we're going to be put in. We've got the refrigerator packed up and everything. So now what I'm going to do before I go putting the jacks down and loading up the hitch and everything and hooking up the running light so I can show you the reverse backup camera, I am going to pull the slide in and everything, and then we have an entry door into the bedroom, so Loretta's still got to put some clothes in it, but I'll pull all this stuff in and open that door. Anyway, a lot less room with the slide in, so one other thing I was going to show you guys. Now I will probably put these stairs up while I'm lowering everything so that don't just sink down in the mud. So just things to think about. So while I'm lowering the jacks and hitching up the trailer, I'm going to put this up for a few minutes. You don't want to slam those in. This thing will slam past it, but it's going to wear out this little trigger, so I always kind of open it, put it in there, and make sure it's kind of locked. I'll shut this door while I'm lowering all the jacks and taking the wheel locks off. Anyway, that's the last of my wheel jacks up. Pick up all the blocks. Well, easier said than done. But anyway, I'm going to pick up all the blocks that those were setting on, put them in the RV, so we're good to go. Now, when you're putting this trailer hitch on, you want to make sure the latch will lock. So you see now the latch, but basically the latch right here is back. Make sure it'll pop forward. If not, you may have to inch your truck forward so it seats down on it, and then that thing should do that. And then always put your pin in there and get that kind of locked down. So then all we're going to do is we're going to bring that up. This we want to move and put that all the way up. As you can tell, I've brought this up as high as it'll go. It's gonna go all the way up. Just like that. So anyway, you can see these chains, safety chains for the trailer. I was always told to cross those trailers. It gives it a little bit more strength and everything. So basically the one on this side, I'm gonna hook on that side. The one on this side, I'm gonna hook on this side. This cable I will hook on here too. That way if for some reason the trailer ever broke off, this cable pulls the brakes on the trailer and keeps it from just going crazy and going off and hitting people. That way my truck will kind of let my trailer be helping slow it down if something did happen. Now I'm going to hook my lights up. That is going to go right in here. Cable hooked. All right, everything is secured there. Now, the other thing I like to do is turn my propane on. That way, while we're driving, the refrigerator will be keeping things cold. The refrigerator will run off electric, and it'll also run off propane. So, varies kind of off and on. Some people say it's better not to drive with it on, that the food will stay cold till you get there. Other people say nowadays the way they make them, it used to be real dangerous because a lot of airflow driving down the road could ignite fires with the propane, but they've made a lot of things that kind of make it a little safer now. So I turn it on. You can leave your comments below. Some people say I'm nuts. Some people do the same thing. It's up to you. So now the trailer's all hooked up, propane's on. I'm gonna go unplug the electric. This screw-on thing here is kind of for, you know, just in case you trip on the cord, it doesn't pull out. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and pull that out, unplug it from the wall, and you'll notice when you look at these plugs, that ground is slightly longer than the other prongs. So you want to pull these things kind of out straight or even possibly an upward angle, because you always want that ground being the last thing to prevent power surges. That's also kind of the first thing that goes in. That helps you keep some kind of electric static discharge, you know, a power surge from hitting stuff and blowing it out. So anyway, always make sure your plugs are in good shape And that's about all I have to say about that. So anyway, well, since I'm putting in the slide and locking up the front part of it, I'm going to open the bedroom door. These have a little different stairs, and you know, they just pull out, as you can see. That way, when she has her clothes all ready, she can just walk right into the bedroom and, you know, put her clothes in there. Well, I always get in the truck and just kind of inch forward a little bit just to have the ball set in there, make sure everything's set in right. Also, I still had the plastic wheel chocks in the tires, and there's always 2 of them are easy to get out, and the other 2, the weight of the trailer's on, so I'm gonna like inch it forward, go take one of them out, inch it back. Unfortunately, on opposite sides, one was the back tire, one was the front, so. A little trick that Loretta learned, I didn't learn it, evidently. I only hear about 1% of what people say, but anytime you're locking these doors, getting ready to go, always lock the safety, the deadbolt first. See how, if I would have thought it was locked and I locked it the other way, you'll see in one of my earlier videos, we're driving down the road at 70 and the doors flew open. Well, we're driving down the freeway. We're getting close to Sweetwater, Texas. We're on I-20. And Loretta looked back and saw the door was open. At the last gas station I had went in there to get this clip to hold the phone to the camera. So it's possible it's my fault. It's possible.
So, this is why when they suggested that when you're locking your camper doors, lock the deadbolt first, try to open it, and then lock the handle. Because sometimes that handle being locked will give you the false sense that the door is actually locked in with the deadbolt, and it's not.
So the problem is she didn't lock the deadbolt while we were... Yeah, we had to stop, and anyway, nothing's worse than your crap flying out onto the road. So always, that's a good example of why if you lock this lock first, you'll feel it and it feels like it's locked, but sometimes it doesn't catch. So always do the deadbolt first, test it, see, like that won't open. Then you can come back and lock that one. Just while before you hit the road, always do your final walkthroughs, just making sure all the doors are secured and, you know, making sure everything is screwed on good, nothing's gonna be blowing off. And lo and behold, look on my truck. What's that? Oh, my drill, because I was talking to you about the trailer. I went and left my drill. It would have sucked to have that blow off down the road, but that's why you always do final walk-arounds, and every time you stop, look around, and just you never know. Means that I'm OCD, I was walking around again, and look, see? Yeah. This just adds more width that something can get hung on. Not a big deal, but it's always good, you know, just walk around it again, and, you know, nothing sucks more than having a mishap on the road that's duty not paying attention, which has already happened to me going down the road, like I said, with the door flying open and her shit flying out of the truck. There's out triple checking everything. I triple check, so she's out unlocking the doors, making sure they're locked and locking them. And anyway, she's as OCD as I am. So anyway, that's good though. You know, you want someone double checking you, then you don't drive down the road with the doors open. We're packed up, loaded up, and ready to go. Can't quite see Loretta.
That's fine.
I need to flip the camera around. Anyway, we're about to head on out. And
I already messed up one of his future bloopers.
yeah. She says I didn't have the slide in all the way, but you guys watched me put the slide in. I don't know what happened.
All the way.
But I did it before I jacked it down, so it's possible when you take it off the support jacks and do that you need to pull it in again, because maybe it was in as far as it would go then, but when we let the pressure down on it, it ended up being out a little bit. So anyway, we'll test that theory later. We are hooked up and ready to go on the road trip. Making sure I am in two-wheel drive.
Oh yeah, you're way clear. Okay.
Oh yeah.
It'll be this part that might be harder, huh?
It should have enough. If not, I'll back up. Buy a bigger gate.
You got a lot of space over here.
Yeah, I got a lot of space. We're here too.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna kind of cut this thing.
See over there anymore. So.
Oh yeah. Clearance.
Nice job, baby. You're so good at that. I'm gonna shut the gate.
All right. Looks like we have arrived at Sunset RV Park. So anyway, we're going to go in and check out what's going on. If you want to see more videos like this, please click on the links below. And once again, thanks for watching, and click subscribe and follow us for any other videos we post. Have a good day.